Hello students, I am Rashmi Vadwa, Assistant Professor of Santa Ana Institute of Technology and Management, Gurgaon from ETCE Department. Student, today's topic is LCD interfacing using microcontroller 8051. So students, what do you mean by firstly LCD and what do you mean by interfacing? LCD is a liquid crystal display and interfacing means that to connect with something using an interface or to connect something in this way. Basically, interface is a shared boundary across which two or more separate components of a computer system exchange information. The exchange can be between software, computer hardware, peripheral devices, human, and the combinations of these. So when we are talking about the interfacing using 8051 microcontroller, then go for next slide. Basic, the unit has 8051 IC display unit power supply. 8051 हमारे पास integrated chip है, फिर display unit है, then फिर power supply है. जो components हमारे यहाँ पर use होंगे, the list of components that are used, that is IC89C51 microcontroller, 5-volt power supply, breadboard 1 or 2, soldering iron 1, crystal 1, capacitor 2, push button switch 1, and resistors, LCD, LED, and potentiometer that is adjustable 10 kilo ohm. Now this is LCD interfacing with 8051. This is my LCD line display 2x16. This is my 8051 microcontroller. ये मेरा 8051 microcontroller है. यहाँ पर इसके पोर्ट्स हैं हमारे पास, तो हमने फर्स्ट पोर्ट के साथ कनेक्ट किया हुआ P0 P1 से लेके P7, that is 1.0 1.2, that is 8 bits. This is data lines G0 to D7. This is my enable pin. This is my read and write. This is for register select, ground, V0 and VCC. This is my 2x16, 2 line into 16 character decoder, 16 line display, LCD display. Next is an LCD interfacing, is a liquid crystal display that is very cheap and easy to display text, various configurations, that is 1 line into 20 characters, that and 2 line into 16 characters. So इस तरह से configurations हमारे पास आती हैं LCD की. Basically LCD has a 2 register, that is one is command and data register. तो LCD के पास 2 registers हैं, command और data register. The data lines D0 D to D07 used to transfer data in command, and RS is a register to you can select register by RS. Next is a alphanumeric LCD display, that is pin out. RS is a register select. D0 to D7 is a bidirectional data and command pins. Alphanumeric, see this pin out is a 8 pin data pins, D0 to D7. RS is a data or a command register select. RW is a read and write. E is a enable. R0 is a register select, which is RS0 to RS1, command register, data register. RW is a 0 write, and when RW is 1, then read. E is a enable, that is used to latch the data present on the data pins, and bidirectional data pins and alphanumeric character that is are sent on the ASCII code. This is my LCD module, and this is my through communication bus. This is for enable, read and write. RS is a register select, and DB0 to DB7, that in data lines, that is LCD controller, and this is my microcontroller. Next is LCD commands. The LCD internal command controller can accept several commands and modify the display accordingly, and these commands would be like that: clear screen, return screen, and increment and decrement. When after writing to the LCD, it takes some time for it to complete its internal operation. During this time, it will not accept any command or data. We need to insert time delay between any two commands or data sent to LCD. This is the explanation of pins. VSS is a pin that is must be connected to ground. VCC is the power supply. VAA is a source to control contrast. RS is a resistor select. If RS is 0, then select command register. If RS is 1, then select data register, because यहाँ पर दो registers की बात हुई थी, command register and data register. RW is a read and write, that is for 0 for write and 1 for read. E for enable. DB0 to 8 data बस 8 बिट की डेटा बस है DB0 to D7 LED backlight LED and backlight LED negative positive. Next is command codes, the codes which we are using for the command, that is command to LCD instructions register, that is in hexacode. This is 1 2 4 6, these all are in hexacode. And 1 for clear display screen, 2 for return home, 4 for decrement cursor, 6 for increment, 5 for shift, and 7 for shift left right, 8 for display off cursor off, A for display off, C for display on, E for display on cursor on, F for display on cursor blinking, 10 for shift cursor position to left, 14 for right, and 18 for entire display of the to the left. 1C is for the shift the entire display to the right. C0 is a force cursor to beginning of the second line, and 38 code is 2 lines into this code. So this is my LCD addressing. 16 into 2 LCD addressing is for 80 to 86 through BF, and C0 to C6. Basically this is B0, so 18, sorry, B0, B1, B2, B3, B4, B5, B6 through BF, and C0 to C6 through CF. 20 into 1 LCD हो जाएगा B0 to B3, that is 9 through 93. This is the code. All data is in hex code. And 20 into 4 LCD through 93 D3 A1 and E7, and 40 into LCD simply through A1 and E3 E7 A7 and E7. This is the circuit diagram. This is my that IC. This is my 16 into 2 LCD module, and BCC VE सारी pins के हम explanation हम कर सकते हैं. VSS read write data bus D0 to D7, LED positive, LED negative, plus 5 volt supply, that is grounded, plus 5 volt supply हमने इसको connect किया, that is my ground pin. This is my interfacing of LCD with the 16 into 2 character 8051 module, and there are the 2 capacitors. रेजिस्टेंस हमने जो भी रिक्वायरमेंट ऑफ लिस्ट दी थी स्टार्टिंग में, वो सारे हमने कैपेसिटर रेजिस्टर्स यहाँ लगाए हैं. पोटेंशियोमीटर अकॉर्डिंग टू द एडजस्टेबल ग्राउंड है, अनेबल है. दिस इज माय पोर्ट P0 to P7, that is my port pins of port 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, and this is my port 3.5 3.4 and 3.33. Next is the working on project when then 220 volt AC supply is converted into 5 volt by using adapter power supply section. And after supplying power to the circuit, it works as according to the programming code that is done in 8051. Algo of LCD programming using 8051, that is algo to send data to LCD that make R/W low, make RS 0 if data byte is command, RS1 if data byte is data, command है तो 0, अगर data है तो 1. Place data byte on data register, and then pulse E high to low, that is enable pin, and repeat the step to send another data byte. So this is all about the interfacing of LCD with 8051. और इसी के साथ next topics पे हम पढ़ेंगे interfacing of LCD with analog to digital converter, digital to analog converter, and step promoter. So this is the steps for interfacing of LCD. So student, up to this interfacing of LCD with 8051. In next video we will discuss about the analog to digital and digital to analog converter. Thank you students, thank you so much.